Hello moms out there, I'm Bea. For those of you who don't know me or haven't seen me yet, I'm 26 years old. I recently became a mom. My son is now almost 3 months old, so we're getting the hang of things, Still a lot to learn. And one of the things that I've learned, which is what this video is going to be about, is breastfeeding. For me, the real but harsh and difficult to hear truth about breastfeeding is that it is hard. So for starters, breastfeeding on demand, which is a topic that a lot of moms, including me, talk about or think about. When your baby breastfeeds on demand, it's really takes a lot of time and energy to breastfeed constantly, especially if you're like me and you have a really demanding baby who wants to eat constantly. That's me. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments who here has had or still has a breastfeeding on demand baby and what your experience has been so far. So in my experience, when my baby was breastfeeding on demand, because yes, right now he's actually gotten so much better at feeding that I wouldn't say that he still breastfeeds on demand, but I mean, we don't have a schedule. When he's hungry, we feed him, but now it takes him longer to get hungry. So before he turned 1 month, he would breastfeed literally every 30 minutes. And he wouldn't just feed for like 15, 20, maybe 40 minutes. No. He would feed for maybe like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Once it went up to 6 hours. 6 hours. I was able to watch 3 films. And you might be thinking, well, maybe he's just using you as a pacifier. Maybe he's not like really eating. Maybe he's just playing around and stuff. All I can tell you is that I could feel him basically sucking, so I don't know if anything was coming out, because after even 3 hours, I don't know if there's any left in there. Like, probably my breasts were already producing for the next feed. Anyways, I mean, I don't mind if my baby wants to use me as a pacifier, especially for the first month. I didn't introduce passies or bottles, so the only way for him to comfort himself when he was grumpy, agitated, or like just felt lonely or something, like he needed someone there to hold him, I loved being that person. So if he wanted to use me as a pacifier, I mean, that's what I'm there for too, other than cleaning his butt, as well as his dad. Like his dad was the person who mainly changed baby boy's diaper. It's good to have help like that, honestly, because at least once I'm done breastfeeding, I don't need to be thinking about changing his diaper. I can have at least that 5 minutes to myself while baby daddy changes the diaper. But anyway, let's not get off topic here. We're talking about breastfeeding. So as I was saying, the first month was really difficult. My baby boy would be constantly eating. I would only get maybe like 30-minute stretches for myself. Even taking a shower was difficult. I guess you mamas out there might relate to this. Taking a shower is not easy. Getting ready for the day is not easy. But things do get better. At least in my experience, they have gotten a lot better. After he was maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months, more like 2 months, he's gotten so much better at feeding. Right now, he feeds maybe for like, honestly, sometimes only for 5 minutes and he's done, and he'll be good for maybe like an hour. Or sometimes he might feed for like maybe 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes, and that's going like really overboard for him now. Like 30 minutes, it's a lot. So he's gotten better in that way, that now not only he feeds less time, but he can stay full for longer. It's amazing because not only can I enjoy my baby boy, but I also have time to do things for myself, like taking a shower, eating, Even for sleeping, it's a lot better now because he can go up to 5 hours sleeping. That's kind of rare, but it's not weird that he'll go for like 3 or 4 hours. So that's great for me because I also get to sleep those 3-4 hours in a row, and I do feel a lot more rested, as you can tell from my energy right now. Like, I had a really good night's sleep even tonight. I mean, of course, there's still some times that he might be fuzzy and have a hard time going to sleep. Some nights they're not as easy as others, but I mean, who wouldn't expect that anyways? I'm already pretty amazed at how well he sleeps, at how little he cries. And many people tell me that he's like a model baby, so don't get my hopes up for the next baby, because not all babies are like he is. So if I'm expecting my next baby to be just like him, maybe reconsider, you know, because that might not be the case and I might be disappointed. But anyways, it's more like a joke more than a statement what they're saying. At least that's how I take it, because I know all babies are different. But anyways, let's keep talking about breastfeeding. So another thing that I've learned about breastfeeding, it's also tied to breastfeeding on demand, is something that many nurses tell you still nowadays, to breastfeed your baby every 3 hours. So I definitely don't agree with that, because my baby doesn't always feed for the same amount of time. So sometimes he might stop a little earlier before he's actually full, because maybe he's focusing on pooping. So if I take my boob away from him and not give it back for like the next 3 hours, I'm gonna be dealing with a lot of fussiness and maybe even crying. And first of all, I don't want my baby to be suffering because of something as simple as hunger, especially since I have it, you know, like I could just very well be feeding him. So the thing about waiting 3 hours, honestly, if your baby wants to eat and you're able to provide that for him at the moment, then why not, you know? One thing that I'm not gonna do is, if I'm taking a shower and my baby starts fussing because he might be hungry, I'm not gonna stop my shower just to get out and feed him and then finish my shower later. I'm gonna finish my shower, maybe I'll hurry it up, and then I'll start breastfeeding my baby again. So also, because I've been breastfeeding my baby on demand, he's gaining weight so like amazingly well. He's not overweight, of course. I guess that could be a thing, but I haven't seen many overweight babies. So anyways, he's gaining weight like perfectly fine. In terms of height or like length, he's actually off the charts. So they cannot put him in a percentile of like how he's doing in terms of height. He's like above average, like so above average that he doesn't even fit in the charts. So in terms of centimeters right now, he's 67 centimeters and he's not even 3 months old. Let me ask Alexa what 67 centimeters are. Alexa, 67 centimeters into inches.
67 centimeters is about 26.4 inches.
So 26.4 inches he's right now. At least here in Spain, that's a lot. I can definitely see how obviously breastfeeding on demand, instead of like waiting the 3 hours that some nurses recommend, is working out great. My baby's gaining weight. He's growing like amazingly well. So I wouldn't have done it any different way. Like knowing now, I would still have done it the way I did it. So kudos. So now I actually want to move on to pumping. So the deal with pumping, huh? Like I started pumping about when my baby was about 3 weeks old. Before that, I just couldn't, honestly. My baby was feeding so much that I just didn't have the energy nor the time to pump as well on top of breastfeeding. So I just didn't pump at all for the first 3 weeks. Then I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna start pumping. I'm gonna see if I can build a stash for the fridge and the freezers. I wanted to do what I've seen the other moms do, like the YouTuber moms. They basically just store their milk in the milk pouches or the milk bags, and then store them in the freezer. Also have some maybe in the fridge. But unfortunately, that hasn't worked out for me as I thought it would. I haven't been able to build a stash at all, like at all. I don't even have one bag in the fridge, especially now since I've stopped pumping, and I'm gonna explain why. So the moment I started pumping, I would be able to get maybe like a bottle or so, like a good sized bottle for the next day, so that whenever my baby boy would wake up in the morning, my husband would be able to take him, feed him, so that I could get a few more hours of sleep. The only problem was for me that I just didn't have time to pump more than 3 times a day. I could have maybe tried a little harder, but if I did, then my day would consist of milking like a cow, basically breastfeeding and pumping, breastfeeding and pumping. I'm a human. I need something else in my life other than breast milk around me. So I decided to one day stop pumping. Now the only time that I pump is if my breast or breasts get engorged, so that I can avoid any breast milk related issues, like I think it's mastitis or something like that. Can't remember what it's called. Now that's the only time that I'm actually gonna pump, and my breast felt engorged twice in my whole journey of breastfeeding. So it's always been this one, the right side. It hurts so bad that it even came up to my what is it called, my armpit, and it would hurt, like even closing my arm like this would hurt so bad. So I had to do a combination of pumping and putting like warm cloths and like warm bags on my chest to help the milk come out and help soothe the pain. So that actually worked out great. It only lasted 2 days until I was perfectly fine. Then a few weeks later it happened again, did the same thing, and it went away like so fast. Other than that, I don't pump, and I don't plan on pumping at all. Like, that's the only reason why I have my pump right now. It's because I want to release the pain from my chest, from my boob. Okay, I think that's clear. So that's the reason why I don't pump anymore. It takes too much time, it's too much effort, and I need to do other things in my day-to-day other than breastfeed and pump. Now that my baby is actually breastfeeding so much better, like for less periods of time and faster, I do have more time. I could pump, but I don't want to. I don't feel like it. I'm too lazy to start pumping, cleaning the bottles, cleaning the pump. I'm here. I'm not really going back to work anytime soon, so I'm definitely going to be here to breastfeed my baby if he needs me. So like even right now, if he were to start fussing while I'm making the video, maybe I would wait 5 minutes to see if he's really fussing because he's hungry. But if he keeps fussing, then I would actually like bring him in, breastfeed him while I'm talking to you guys. But right now I just actually fed him, so I don't think he's gonna complain anytime soon. And anyways, I'm pretty much done with this video. That's my truth about breastfeeding. That's what my journey has been like. I would love to know what you guys have been through. Like what have been the most difficult times for you in your breastfeeding journey? And other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of talking and rambling, but I hope I made my point clear. If there's anything that has helped you in this video, don't forget to hit the like. If you like the video, hit the like too. And also one thing that would help me the most is if you subscribe to my channel. I do post videos every Sunday. I make motherhood videos and then day in the life videos of a new mom, aka me. But anyways, I'm not gonna babble any longer, so I'm just gonna let you be and go to watch the next video that you want to watch. Hopefully it'll be mine. And thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.